e-levy sensemi ho. Tachie-Djan, anapa ye mo chen mo akwa baba happy morning show ni so.
Meje sire be mi na.
Me jidi se mpombo ko de.
Nyame adom yeguso.
Na fati kan asembisi ase ensemu finance minister Tachie-Djan particularly regarding say ye threshold for e-levy no every ho na ye sign reduce the rate na nka ye je on transactions in so no. It looks as if it's much to do about nothing because it will not in any way impact people's willingness say on common wrap back onto the mobile money platform so now common transaction say the be yanka ban e betimi enya the revenue target or yes in this one. What do you make of such an argument?
Honestly, I beg to differ on that because there are transactions between because of 1.5% means, let's remind ourselves that e-levy is not and I say mobile money transfers. No, it's not the only way in Ghana you are able to transfer funds. GIFT, that is the Ghana Interbank Payment Settlement System. That is a subsidiary of the Bank of Ghana. Or more other channels are available. There is a NRC, which is a near real time, and from one bank to the other, and roughly just about 5 minutes. Now I hit the other account. There is a GIP, which is the instant pay system. It's just real time, and it also affects. A lot of people rather move from mobile money into publicity platform at the core. Mobile money or a smartphone yam normally yam no crompo. I will see and I will make more a bit my transfer at the airport. But because of the introduction of e-levy and the 1.5% charge, now a lot of people felt it was very high, Into they resorted to those other transfer systems. Into obviously now with 1.5 year and yeah, employ a bit of inconvenience. Now we're banking for apart for NRC and IGIP. That aside, in rolling out any policy, you need to have a follow period for feedback. Into the major stakeholders within that space, aside, I think it's only the telcos themselves, and I am who saw mobile out at the current be far 1.5%, right from the inception, no more debate to a parliament. At a point in time, minority, though they were against it, at a point in time, they softened their stance. It was rather on the high side. And I remember very well, even the minority proposing 1% as a charge. A binance, 1.5. So consulting with other stakeholders and a feedback from consumers and other stakeholders within that space, everything was pointing to the fact that it was on the high side. Government needs to make a bit of mobilization. It needs to generate incomes here and there. Its abolishment was never going to happen. So what we rather saw or predicted was that it was going to reduce it, broaden the net, into those who hitherto, and for this reduction, have to walk to the banking halls to do NRC or GIP. I'm sure now we're coming back to that bracket where or now send the 1,000 send 1,000 from one account to the other there. And you bet mum now what an paso now or send 1,000 now, which are as low as 10 Ghana cedis for the charge. I believe it's been thought through, taking feedback from the policy rollout from stakeholders and I believe it will make more impact as in Canada because a lot of people have fallen off that bracket or that net. I believe that now they will all come back.
But then people would have argued, and as people will argue, why then did the government not heed to the initial call, saying it was about 1%, which could have helped the mobilization of revenue, particularly from that particular tax no and gebetimi ama abayatimi enya a substantial amount of money. And they are some of the people, and we heard there were reports that some about 300,000 people who were using mobile money platforms to transact business said because of the introduction of the e-levy, they wouldn't wish said they will continue using that platform. Do you feel, so as we speak now, those people who had earlier said they would not wish, say they are on the mobile money platforms, would return with this new policy statement here about or deba on the e-levy? No?
Yes, absolutely. In my earlier submission, I said that people had access to other platforms with me because they felt it was on the high side. But let me get to the situation where the government did not listen.
Mr. Tachie, I'm talking about people within a particular income bracket here, or may not necessarily have the opportunity to go to the bank to do the transactions that you're talking about. Yeah, can't almost transact it because the government, as of the time, introduced the threshold because omunim said there were people within the low income bracket or musikano wouldn't be up to 100 Ghana cedis. Most of them decided not to transact on the mobile money platforms. With this new introduction, is there any hope that they will be re-included onto the platform? So they be pay omo ewa account or my mom to me transactions you bet to me I'll reach out to them.
Normally with convenience, people actually prefer irrespective of charger at the bar also. So the fact that we are all sending 50 Ghana cedis, Madam Fubi and Mami B, now just about 50 pesos, or you're comfortable enough. Sometimes with convenience, you cannot actually place premium on it. If you're emergency so if your power or human power so send just about 50 to this moment in the top power maybe. If you are they need to recharge the power. Into your head, so send 50 Ghana cedis. Now you're charging that little amount by 50 pesos. I think you'll be willing to do that. And coming back to the government, you see earlier one succumbed to the calls there was so nanka on peso said and mobilization efforts. I think by then Ghana hadn't made any move to go to the IMF. So it was hinged on some revenue expectation. Which within 2-3 months, we should be doing about 600 million, and that was the target. And later, we realized they were only meeting about 10% of that target. So government had an expectation of a particular inflow there. Economy. That was why I am the onset of it, because when you say he was expecting some money there, but one was the economy no more. But then, after the policy review, after the feedback from the stakeholders and what is happening within that space, then you realize so now more almost see that bracket back. And also they've done a bit of analysis, cash flow analysis, and a certain expectation. Not only on getting nearer the target now, I'm sure definitely so far as it's a policy, it will continue to go through certain reviews into we should still expect to see certain changes.
All right, Christian Tachie-Djan.